We hear a lot about emptiness nowadays, probably because of the range of social media and the means of communication. We hear more about this today than in the past, not because it didn't exist in the past, but not only because of the great range of what people think available on the means of communication through the internet too. Beyond that, I believe people are experiencing a much greater existential crisis than previously. Existential crisis because just as the human being has never had so much, our current generation in 2023 has never been so many options for people to have things, to do things, to be who they desire to become. Most probably they won't achieve all their dreams, but I speak about the Western world where we live in. There has never been so many options as today. You just need to talk a little with your parents, grandparents, and you will see how the world 40, 50 years, even 30 years ago was so different from today. But despite so many offers, content, and technologies, people have the luxury of getting a device on the size of their hand and to speak to someone across the world. Not only to speak, but to see the person on the other side of the world through a camera. They can, in the same device, give some clicks, slide through their fingers, and in a few minutes, the food, the delivery will arrive at their doors, a car to pick them up. So basically, people have the world at the tip of their fingers. Technology brings this to people. There's more comfort than some years ago. Options, medical treatments, medication, anyway, many options. And I believe in this is the problem. Because despite so many offers, so many things, more than our parents and those who were before us, people today are as empty as they've never been before. In my point of view, it's because of so many things that they are seeking for, that they see with their eyes, hear with their ears, they are made aware of, so as the eyes is not satisfied with seeing, as the Bible says, people always want more and more and more. I want more. This is not enough. I need to have more and more and more. So they are always in this infinite search for more. And what happens when human beings take possession of more? Guess. Come on, guess. The answer is not hard. Guess what happens when the human beings take possession of more? They want even more. They will want even more because they can't satisfy themselves. The human being is insatiable. The flesh is insatiable. The eyes are not satisfied. The throat is not satisfied. So the person is always seeking for more because they are always unsatisfied. Because they think what will bring satisfaction is what they don't have, instead of what they have already. So the person takes the focus off what they have and their efforts go towards obtaining what they have not yet achieved. These you can see happening, for example, when people get into debts. They buy things with credit cards, installments, and then the debt started as 1,000 reais, and then after a few months is 6,000, 7,000. Why? They couldn't wait 3 months and get the money, the 1,000 reais, but they needed to buy it now. So if they had the card, so they swiped it and they buy now, but in a few months they come pay for the installments, and you know how it goes. Soon they are owing 6,000, 7,000 in the card because they want it now. And at times they not even need what they didn't have. This happens when people get into debt. Half of population in Brazil is in debt. This happens in relationships. They don't look at the husband, wife that they have. They look at the wife of someone else, the husband that they don't have. So the person starts to look outside and to look for what they don't have. So naturally, automatically, what they have loses its value because they think this is outdated. When the latest model of the car you have or the smartphone you have comes out, and you start looking at the one you have and you think this is outdated, this loses value in your eyes. And now you only want to know about the other thing. And that's how people are discarding marriage, money, they get into debt. People break their covenant with God because the life that they have with God, if they have, many times they think it deprives them of what they would like to have. So many Christians look at unbelievers saying, I wanted the unbeliever's life. The unbeliever is the one who is enjoying life. I want their lives. So they live their life with God to go after the world. Why? Because of this constant dissatisfaction that is in the human being. So the emptiness in people comes from the many things they want, when in fact, if you observe people, truly successful people, they are not people who have everything that they want, the best, or always having more. No. Successful people are those who learned to say no to themselves. They learned to say no to themselves. No, thank you, I don't want this, I won't betray my wife, I won't get into debts to buy this. No, thank you, I don't need to do this to show off, to satisfy myself or to feel better. No, successful people are those who apply severity and discipline, limits to their own lives. Pay attention, because what I'm telling you, it's not so obvious. Because in the world, the people's instinct is what I was saying. The more I have, the happier I will be. But happiness lies in you setting limits, boundaries to yourself, to control yourself, for you to become the master of your desires and pleasures. In this comes happiness, when you're learning, I overcame, I didn't stumble, I didn't get into debts, I didn't betray, I didn't do this. So in this comes peace. When you see people who learned how to discipline themselves, to control themselves, you see that they are at peace. They're not empty, they're well, they're fine, because they learned to value what they have, to see value on what they have. Are you understanding? You who are there, empty, feeling empty, you know, feeling like one who has no reason to live, your life is meaningless, most probably, you are looking at what you don't have. You're looking at what you had but you lost. You are looking at what you don't have because you didn't manage to achieve it, and you are forgetting what you already have, to value what you already have. You are deceiving yourself, allowing your heart to deceive you and to tell you, you will only be happy when you have that. Let me give you some news. It won't happen. It's not more that will bring you happiness. It's not more things or people that will give you happiness. What will give you happiness is to dominate yourself, for you to value who you are and what you have, and what you conquer according to your needs and a purpose. This will add to your life, but your happiness is not in this. Learn this. When we surrender ourselves to God and learn to make Him our all, is that the emptiness disappears, because He fills the gap that He created in here, the eternity. Don't forget this. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.